Today I will be doing a neon cut crease. As you can see, my left eye is already complete, and this will be the guide that I follow for the rest of this look. So I'm starting with my Morphe 167 brush, and I will also be using the P. Louise number 4 for my eyeshadow base. This is my first time using P. Louise, and I am completely obsessed. I love the thickness and the consistency, and I love that it is concealing my entire eye. I'm just going to continue to pat on this concealer and make sure that it's smooth so that my shadows go on nicely. I will be using the Juviasplace Tri palette, starting with the darkest shade of green. Using a short, dense shadow brush that I purchased at Sephora, I will be creating my ideal shape for my cut crease. To ensure this look is super dramatic, I will be keeping my eye open to ensure that I have plenty of space above my natural crease. Once I have my guide, I will be going in with the medium shade of green in this Tri palette to now create my blend up into my brow bone. Continuing to pack on this medium shade of green, I will work right above the line that I've created. The goal is to create a very nice blend from the darkest green to the lightest shade in the palette. When doing a cut crease, it does require a lot of blending and making sure that you're using different brushes for each color that you choose. The last shade that I will be using in this palette is going to be the lightest shade of green. And I will use this right above that medium color. I cannot tell you how important it is to use different brushes for your colors, so that way you're getting a nice smooth transition. Once I'm satisfied with the colors that are going to go above my crease, now it's time to clean up the crease. I will be using the P. Louise number 4 to define and cut this crease. Using the same base, that way when I go to place my shadows underneath, that they stay and they're very vivid. You also want to keep in mind a shape that's going to flatter your particular eye shape. Now to add a little bit of drama into this cut crease, we'll be hopping into our neons. Using the neon pink in this Urban Decay electric palette, I will be starting at the middle towards the front of my eye to create my first panel of color. Making sure that I saturate my brush to give the best color payoff. Our next color to place on the lid is going to be the neon orange right next to our pink. Once you pack this orange right next to the pink, you're going to use the darkest shade of blue in this palette to finish out the corner of the eye. Remembering to use a different brush for every color. The last color that we will be adding to this cut crease will be the silver almost gold iridescent shade in the Tri palette. I will use a flat brush that I've sprayed with my setting spray to be able to pick up this color. Because this is considered a shimmer, I need the setting spray to control it so that way it doesn't go all over my lid. The final step to this look is to define our crease. I will be using a chunky glitter out of the Lovebird palette by ColourPop. Now that our eye is complete, we will wrap it up with a wing liner using the Benefit Cosmetics roller liner. Once our wing liner is filled in and nice and bold, I will take some of my concealer to go right underneath this shadow to clean it up before I apply my lashes. Because of the length and the size of my lashes, I must do this cleanup before, otherwise it'll be pretty messy. Personal favorite part of every makeup look are going to be the lashes. I ordered these from Amazon and they are 25 mm's. I will post the link in the description box, but these are my favorite for all of my dramatic looks. These eyes are complete, so let's move into this face. I am applying my primer. Before I apply my foundation, I like to make sure that it's nice and dry. To make sure that I have the best coverage in my foundation, I will be concealing any dark spots or blemishes before I apply foundation. Per usual, I'll be using my Makeup Revolution shade 12.5 and my Maybelline Fit Me in 322. Instead of a wet beauty blender today, I will be using a Real Techniques foundation brush to get full coverage. Concealing underneath my eye with the Makeup Revolution in a shade 10. This is quickly becoming my favorite go-to product. The price point doesn't hurt either. Blending this concealer out with a wet beauty blender. Using a Maybelline foundation stick that is actually discontinued, I will be contouring around my forehead, my cheekbones, my chin. Like that. To set the contour on my nose, I will be using the darkest shade in the Warrior palette. For blush, I will be using the lightest shade of the orange in the Juviasplace Tri palette. The usage of these palettes are endless. So let's be honest, this look would not be great without a little bit of highlight. So you guys, we are almost done. So wrapping up this look, I will be lining my lip with a coral, almost similar to the blush that I used for my cheeks, in addition to a full lip color and a lip gloss to top off. Make sure to check the description box for all of the products and tools that I've used in this video.